We can make amends, these stubborn stains will come out in the end. Oh, better angels, unite us all again.
Another song then from...
Sure. And speaking of variety, we're going to share some of the bluegrass ones, but, the last song can get a little heavy, the Better Angels, and me talking about this world and, whatever, how dark it is sometimes. So I needed to brighten it up, and I was thinking about what beacons were in my life, musical beacons. And one of them, we mentioned it before, is the great Tony Rice.
Of course.
The late, great Tony Rice. And I wrote a tribute for him on this album. So just to change up the kind of mood, I thought we would play this one. And Thomas and I will do this one duo, which sometimes you've been playing this one for a couple of years. This is one of the only songs that was written prior to me writing the whole rest of the slew of them. Anyway, this is when he passed on Christmas Day, right, 2020. It just knocked me out. Mm-hmm. And, we all see, people get up there in age and then eventually they leave this world, and it saddens us. This one particularly, I didn't realize how much he meant to me. Again, just kid from Brooklyn, obsessed with bluegrass and the South, and his music embodied the East Coast, like this eastern seaboard side of bluegrass, but also the Western. And he played with Grisman and all that dog music, and he seemed to just make this universal sound through his voice, through his picking. Mm-hmm. I've sat in the car and cried for his when just listening to him play Shenandoah, solo. Anyway, so it knocked me out, and I decided to write this tune. Recorded it with, of course, Sam Bush and Jerry Douglas and Stuart Duncan, who shared many a tale of.
I'm sure
of
they
Tony.
did.
They were good stories for another day. But this one goes out to Tony, and it's called "The Man of Manzanita." Some days a bitter wind comes kicking up the dust for me again, and I'm a desert before the dawn. When I want my mind to be like a horse running free, I'll turn to you and your guitar before long. 'Cause there's something in the sound that turns our ears and gathers us around, and makes us all believe that even in the early rain, there's a blue railroad train to take us all where we can be received, to bring us home to the cabin on the hill in the woods of California, to hear that sound of smoke upon the wind. You will roam forever in the hills, the man of Manzanita, to pick us folks a song and make us smile once again. Deep into the well, I've been living with these songs now for a spell. They're familiar as old friends, but while folks may come and go, and it takes trust to make it show, your voice is one on which I can depend. So bring us home to the cabin on the hill in the woods of California, to hear that sound of smoke upon the wind. You will roam forever in the hills, the man of Manzanita, to pick us folks a song and make us smile once again. And then there came a time when he and I crossed paths on down the line. I was carrying a heavy load, but in that warm and gravel voice, he said, now son, you've got a choice, but take it slow and be safe out on that road. And on a midsummer's eve, I wiped my eyes and chased the urge to leave, and I ain't ever looking back. 'Cause in the days by and by, beneath your Shenandoah sky, I've kept your shadow next to mine on the path. Baby, that's home to the cabin on the hill in the woods of California. To hear that sound of smoke upon the wind, you will roam forever in the hills, the man of Manzanita. To pick us folks a song and make us smile once again.
Well, there you go. Eric Lindbergh and Thomas Castle. You guys trade licks very well together, guitar and Mando.
Yeah, it's fun getting to do a duo, man.
I think Tony would have enjoyed that.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. I hope so. Jeez.
Yeah. Nefesh Mountain here in Studio B with WNCW. They are at the Gray Eagle tonight. I think showtime is at 7 o'clock. Is that right? Or do you know?
I think it's at 8.
At 8?
Doors might be 7.
Well, get there.
Check the website,
Get
I think,
there
to
at
make sure. Get there. Yeah, get there at 7.
Get there at 7. That's right.
Yeah, just get there.
In fact, just leave now.
Go
Just
now.
Leave
Yeah,
now.
We'll see you there.
That's right. Get the traffic on past because Nefesh Mountain's going to have to leave here and go back up to
Right.
Asheville. So
Oh, God.
and clear the road.
That's right.
It's so wonderful to have y'all here today, and you got some shows coming up. Any more trips coming up overseas anywhere anytime soon? Because we have listeners overseas too.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I knew that. That's awesome. You guys are the best. Thanks for having us.
Thank
we
you.
love it here. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having us. It's such a warm and cool
Overseas, we've got stuff, but it's not on the calendar yet. So
Okay.
place.
keep
In the
an eye
works.
out. Yeah.
In the works.
Okay, but you got at least several more dates here in our Southland
Yes.
to play, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. How was it to be on the Grand Ole Opry? I had forgotten until I was looking through information about y'all today. It's, 3 years ago or so you guys were on the Grand Ole Opry.
I mean, it was okay. It's fine. Pretty underwhelming. No, it was
No,
amazing.
It was an
was-
out-of-body experience. I don't even remember. It was
amazing.
incredible.
It was amazing.
Really cool.
I know that's what everybody says, but every now and
Yeah.
then somebody has a comment or some little, funny anecdote or something like that. Like, I tripped over Rhonda Vincent, or something like that.
I did do that, yeah. But I forgot that pretty quick. No.
It was amazing.
It was amazing, and definitely anecdotes like my banjo wasn't working and my pedals weren't, and it was like, someone had to kill time. But I think for us, the takeaway that we had a choice of all the songs that we play, and we could have just went and just tried to burn down the house, and just play super fast bluegrass. And do that thing, but we played a couple very sensitive tunes, and we got everyone in the Opry to sing. It's called a nigun, which is a wordless. It's yidadai, like a wordless
It's like an
chorus.
ooh-ah.
It's like an ooh-ah, and we sang a little bit in Hebrew, and we did this song, a Sparrows song. So we were playing some songs from that record, songs for the Sparrows, and we talked about anti-Semitism and hate, and we just wanted to say something while we were there. And both of us are standing, taking turns on the circle. So
Good for you.
yeah, that way we just wanted to, we're so honored to be there, and it was amazing. Yeah.
Stand in the circle.
Yeah.
I've heard so many. Like Darren and Brooke Aldridge are good friends of ours
We
here.
love them.
Us too.
We love them.
They've been here and talked about, and the look in their eyes. When they were first going to be on the Opry, it was so fun to talk to the two of them and see that childlike look in their eyes, that excitement. So I'm sure it's that way for a lot of people, and you hobnob with these old legends like John Conley and Jeannie Seeley and all the, and Marty Stewart. It's
It's too much for us, and for us Yankees. It's even more of a pipe dream because we're just like, wow, the Opry. So we it was amazing.
all right.